make no attempt to resist. Thank goodness the 10th Legion decided to sue for peace when they did. We have been spared more senseless bloodshed, which is the last thing anyone, including the First, needs. From their perspective, though, the promise of reinforcements was their last hope, and now they have no choice but to capitulate to the invaders. But we will prove to them that all is not lost, and we yet stand a chance of casting out the Telephoroi. Wow. Much and more has occurred since last we met. As for determining what comes next, we must speak with Lord Quintus. Well... Before we proceed, tell me what you know of the First Legion and the disposition of their forces. They were preparing for war while the refugees in their care were left to go hungry. A reckless, short-sighted plan that risks the welfare of the people they are sworn to protect. Nevertheless, we cannot compel them to accept our aid. If we are to arrive in force with the intent to do so, we would only incite panic, but perhaps they can be persuaded to follow one of their own. Go with Eulis back to the station and have him lead the refugees here. Some may be unwilling or unable to leave, but for the time being I'll take what I can get. Alphado, Alice, and the scouts sent to extricate them should already be at the station. I will also have our other comrades in the area lend their support should it be needed. Understood. Damn. Just all of that. I'm just thinking about Eulis right now. I'm really worried about him. He's a simple but very efficient character. And I'm worried about him. This is definitely my favorite part of Endwalker so far. I thought Shadowbringers was just... The themes were really powerful. I couldn't look away. There were so many just really shocking and entrancing moments. And so far in Endwalker, this is the only time that's happened. Like, this is the most invested I've been in the story so far. And I'm not saying any of the other parts of the story have been bad. I know they're setting up something. And I know they're setting up something big. But this is the first moment I was just fully entranced in the story and I could not put the controller down. And I just needed to know what happened next. I still do, but I want to finish this map if I can. Or get as close to finishing it as I can anyway. Now, these are the leveled 83 quests. And I've only done one dungeon. I've been playing the game for quite a while now. Probably like at least 20 hours or so. So I know I'm still really early in the story. So I think it's really promising that I got this invested this early in the story. Even though it doesn't feel early, it feels like I've been playing forever. But that's just, you know, a testament to how long Endwalker is, how big it is. So I was feeling a little uneasy at the start. There were a lot of really fun moments and some really interesting twists that I'm really excited to see develop. But I wasn't really too invested in the story at the start. I'm really invested in this Garlean stuff. And I'm just really sad. Oh, there's those cars. Those be cars. Something that really fascinates me about Garlemald is just how modern it is, how almost real it is, like, compared to the real world. And something about how real Garlemald feels is just making this hit so much harder for me. Man, I'm literally driving on a road right now. Oh, beep beep, get out of the way! The music here is also beautiful. I'm just really sad. And they're really, really selling Garlemald to me right now. Because, you know, throughout the entire game, they've been the villains, the people we need to stop. And now, they're people. Some of the stuff they say kind of makes sense. Not in a good way, but like, you understand it. Garlemald is starting to make sense to me, and I think that's really amazing. Obviously not in a I don't think Garlemald is bad kind of way, but in a I have the power to understand the motives of the villain, and suddenly the villain seems to just really, you know, real, for lack of a better term. It feels believable. It feels like you understand it, you don't agree with it, but it's believable. Which I think is great for, like, you know, the main villain of the game. God, and just the entire game since 2.0, since 2013, I've wondered what Garlemald is like. I wanted to know what the homeland of the villain was like, and here we are, and it's... What is that? Is that an A rank? That is an A rank. Wow. Look at you. It's just very surreal to me to be here in Garlemald after so long, and it's this, but like, it's the remnants of what Garlemald used to be, and you can see, you can feel what Garlemald used to be, and it's just, I don't know. But these car models are something else. Nice cars. Manolane said when he was looking through his telescope that he thought he saw an ether current, but it was actually just a wind sprite. However, I can't help but notice that I haven't run into any wind sprites on this map. They've all been cerulean sprites. So I think Manolane actually saw an ether current, and he's he was too dummy to realize. Mapping the realm Garlemald. Wow. Never thought I'd see the day. What are you doing back? Where's Julius and the others? Oh, I did not expect you to arrive so soon. There's been a development. Perhaps it's best you see for yourself. 'Tis a comfort to see thee none the worse for thy recent ordeals. Mana and Julius. We arrived just before you did, and too late. Too late for what? What's happened? It's Lord Quintus. He took his own life. After the news about the 10th, he relieved us of our duties. Then when he was alone, No. No, he wouldn't. Thancred and the others, assisted by the soldiers, have seen to the remains. In due course shall the legatus be afforded a proper burial. He released us from our duty. He wanted us to be free, free to choose our own fate. Without him to guide us, I have just this moment spoken with Lucia. We are ready to commence the transfer of the refugees to the Camp Broken Glass, should they be willing to accept our aid. Some would rather die, but most of us just want to live. Songs and standards be damned, we just want to live. We'll need to speak with the refugees. They'll have to decide for themselves if they wish to come with us. If any would prefer to stay, we can have supplies brought over for them. It'll be a hard journey for the others, but we'll see they reach our camp safely. I... After what happened to his family, the first was all Julius had left. Now even that's been taken away from him. He's not alone in that either. There's a comfort in having someone to follow, someone to lead. Is this active yet? There we go! Look at that. It was only ever a dream, wasn't it? To think we could reclaim it, rebuild it all ourselves. Before this all began, I sent my wife and daughter away to the provinces. If there's a chance I might see them again, I'll take it. So take me with you, please. Well, got the aetherite sorted out in the end. All it took was a few adjustments and now it works as well as it ever did. From what I can tell, the one in Laterum is also functioning as normal. That's where you lot are staying, isn't it? Now that most of us are packing up and leaving this place, I reckon there'll be more use for me and my skills over at your camp. I know not how to offer encouragement or solace to those poor souls, but if it's safe passage to our camp they need, I'll gladly oblige. To employ healing magics now would likely invite catastrophe, as thou canst attest from thy experience at Victor's spoils. Indeed, the Garleans view our ability to manipulate ether with the same suspicion as many Eorzeans do magitech. Ah, it's you, the one who treated me with such kindness. I heard from the others that you're not from around here. I thought you were one of us. Not that it matters. Not that it makes much difference now. Purebloods, migrants, savages. After a while the words start to lose meaning, until all you're left with is anger and fear and hate that I'm too tired. If you and yours have come to offer aid, I'd be glad to accept. Why? Best not dwell on it, not when there's work to be done. We have much to discuss. Our rescue, the attack on Camp Broken Glass, what we'd hoped to talk about with Quintus. But all of that can wait. More urgent matters demand our attention. Are any of the refugees willing to come to our camp? Thank the 12, thank the 12. And you and I should go first and secure the route back to Camp Broken Glass. With all the creatures and tempered skulking about, I expect we'll have our hands full. This should come in handy. Conqueror's Chain, courtesy of our Leminson friends. I'd save it for the tempered, though. I'll mark a few points that need surveying on your map. Once you've taken care of the riffraff, we'll meet back at our camp. I wish to stay with the refugees and do what I can to protect them. While I have no doubt that you and Thancred will do a fine job clearing a path, we must ever be vigilant for threats that may have slipped the net. Ah, there you are. As expected, I ran into a few beasts who went down without much of a fight. The Tempered proved somewhat troublesome, but those changed to keep them under control until our allies take them into custody. With that taken care of, I'm to gather a few supplies and then return to the station. While I see to that, would you mind apprising Lucia of our progress? As it happens, I'll have some rather pertinent information from our recent scouting forays, but I'll save that for later. First things first and all that. Mana, I was informed of Quintus's suicide. It must have come as a great shock to his men. What of the refugees? I'm told some were receptive to our proposal, but I would hear your first-hand account. That so many did not hesitate to accept proves how desperate their situation has become. We'll do our best to make them feel welcome. The troops who participated in the ambush are no exception. They will be afforded the same treatment as any other refugees, perfidy notwithstanding. After all, even if I wanted to make an example of them, there's no one left to learn from it. We will tell our allies that these soldiers were acting under direct orders of the legatus, and that following his suicide, they offered full and unconditional surrender. Perhaps Quintus thought that had he lived, he would be tried as a war criminal, and his men punished with him. Perhaps, by taking his own life, he hoped to absolve them of any culpability, or perhaps, like many others, he was a true believer to the end. Who can say? I didn't know the man or his heart. His reasons, noble or otherwise, died with him, and it falls to us to clean up the mess. Hey! I assume you're curious about how matters have progressed here in your absence. Quite well, as it happens. Now that we've procured ceruleum from Tapper's Den, the recently repaired heaters can provide much-needed warmth. Furthermore, we've prepared sufficient food for everyone. Those from Tertium still find a hot meal waiting upon their arrival. There's one for you, so go ahead and get some well-earned rest. I believe that we're capable of wielding a ladle or two without your assistance. On your way, might I ask you to seek out Y'shtola? She was but recently attending to the wounded, but she's meant to be taking a rest herself. See that she is. More ether current quests. I kind of want to get the story moving, though. That little boy stealth mission took everything out of me. Yes, I have been taking proper breaks and imbibing sufficient water. But what of the Warrior of Light? You and the twins have an established history of reckless disregard for your own well-being. We're all fortunate that none of you landed yourselves in my care. I've already quite enough to deal with, between the Tempered and the First's wounded. Alas, though I can mend their bodies, the toll their experience have taken on their hearts and minds is another matter altogether. For their sakes we mustn't waver, but nor must we rush ahead in eagerness to see the day won, and in so doing invite disaster. Upon settling down for supper, oh boy, several cutscenes will play. Okay, well, let's go.
Is that all of them?
The last of those who agreed to join us, yes.
We left heaters and provisions for those who wish to stay behind. They won't last forever, but hopefully they'll last long enough.
For now, I think everyone's earned a rest. We'll see to those in need of medical attention, so take the others with you and get yourselves some hot soup.
Aww.
Warmth. At last.
Marvelous, isn't it? All thanks to the resourceful machinists of Ishgard, I might add. On their behalf, I bid you warm yourself to your heart's content.
Hold on. Your people might have scribbled a few things on a piece of parchment, but it was our Minson Smiths that put the bloody things together.
Well, be that as it may, we single-handedly got the interior heating up and running again, didn't we?
The hells you did! We were there every step of the way.
We? You barely raised a finger to help, you ale-sodden reprobate.
Oh my god.
I did a damn sight more than you lily-livered bilge rat.
Take that back!
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
Here. At ease, man. There's nothing funny in it. I'm from Alamigo, but was a conscript until recently. Used to eat this with the officers.
Apparently, it's adapted from a steppe recipe. This is my first time trying it, and I have to say, it's not half bad.
It's a bit too flavorful for my liking.
Perhaps compared to what you're used to.
It's the little things that make life worth living, don't you think?
Oh. Oh.
I know this is not a dream, and yet... I felt the same way at the Dragon Song War's end. Every morning I would step outside and need to be reminded that it wasn't my imagination, that my world had been forever changed. And just as I had grown accustomed to the idea, again you change my world in ways I never thought possible. Were it not for you and your fellow scions, the rifts between man and dragon and myriad tribes might never have been bridged. The Grand Company of Eorzea, the Ilsabard contingent, we owe it all to you. We've shed many tears in recent days, of pain and sorrow, triumph and joy. I much prefer the latter. Indeed. We can but do our utmost to unite these disparate peoples and lead them to victory.
It is a remarkable achievement. Everything that I and the Populares had hoped for, and more.
Would that it had come sooner.
Indeed. Too many are not here to see it. And yet, there is a warmth in my breast, as if they still share in this moment.
Yes, I know what you mean. On a night like tonight, the wind and cold seem to pass me by.
Oh, what color is the flower? Blue. Oh no. No, wait. Oh no. The Garlean refugees don't have the talisman. They're not protected. No, who is?
Thank you for inviting me today.
No.
Emperor Varus?
Oh no.
They are being tempered. The talismans! Quickly!
Save me, brave hero!
Ahem. My lord has requested your presence, and I would hate to disappoint him.
You. Wait a minute. Am I gonna see Xenos? How dare you wear a maelstrom garb, you son of a bitch. Am I...
The experiment was a success, but I fear our time is short.
Oh, what is happening? Oh no.
I shall begin the preparations.
Now, it is time for you to awaken. Good morrow to you. Here, have a taste before it gets cold.
What the hell?
But be sure to remove your helmet. Take a moment, too, to familiarize yourself with that borrowed flesh.
Wait, who am I? Huh?
So, how does it feel? I, for one, find those first moments within a new body to be most refreshing.
Huh?
We had a Magitech engineer by the name of Aulus to thank for this method of soul extraction and implantation. I believe the two of you met briefly in Alamigo. His was a rather sticky end, wasn't it? Thankfully, he was thoughtful enough to leave behind his mind-jack technology. I took the liberty of making some improvements and selecting you as my esteemed test subject.
What the hell is happening?
Come now. To us Asians, it is no different from trying on new clothes. Why not make the most of it by partaking in this fine cuisine? I must say, I have gone to great lengths to reunite you with my lord. When I discovered that his friend was in this neck of the woods, I suggested inviting you over for dinner. He never deigned to respond, but I took his silence as a resounding yes. Oh my! Daddy is pleased his grumpy little boy has finally found his playmate.
Okay, Anima is Varus. I got it. Anima is Varus. I understand.
Ah, exposition is in order. The Garlean Empire has long outlawed all forms of religion. No gods to worship, no risk of summoning. Brilliantly simple. But people being people must turn to something or someone in their hour of need. Who then? Why, His Radiance the Emperor, of course. As you have observed firsthand, Garlemald has seen better days. The legendary Solus Galvus, dead. Provinces near and far in open rebellion. Our bold new emperor assassinated. And that last one even sparked a civil war. What rotten luck. The people cried out for salvation. Their earnest pleas, one might even call them prayers, a supplication united for the Empire to reclaim her former glory. And so their will did manifest, channeled through the corpse of none other than Emperor Varus himself. And lo, the Savior was born, the embodiment of the Garlean spirit, their anima. It calls to its subjects, compelling them to take up arms and fight. And just as the wealth and power gravitate towards the Empire's capital, so too does ether from every corner of the globe. The towers with which you and your allies have been so preoccupied were created as an extension of Anima itself. An ingenious design. Would you not agree, my lord?
Does the pursuit of prey you have bested before excite you? Of course not. Absent the challenge, the thrill, your prize is a hollow victory. Butchery. Perhaps you think that to be the extent of my promise. I have no doubt fallen in your estimation since Alamigo. Fair enough. But do not let your disdain deprive us, of an opportunity to craft an even more majestic moment of euphoria. I have been honing my craft as I set the stage for our reunion. Wheresoever there is suffering and despair, you appear to fulfill your duty as defender of this star. The chaos and destruction that my hordes have wrought are my gifts to you alone. At a loss for words? No matter. As you will learn, I have only just begun.
Oh, will you not finish your meal?
There is only one thing that can sate my hunger, and it would seem my friend has lost her appetite. I hoped this display of civility might prove an entertaining diversion, but clearly we are above such pretensions. While my lifeless body was in the possession of the Asio, I too claimed another's as my own. It was an enlightening experience to fight in an unfamiliar form. Flaws and failings in my technique were plain to see. Whence rises one's true strength? The flesh? The soul? Perhaps you should like to discover the answer for yourself.
um, Wait, is he gonna take my... Oh no.
All together.
What is he doing? No! Oh, he didn't. He did not. Okay.
Oh dear! Whatever would happen if my lord were to greet your friends as you? I shudder to imagine what carnage he would wreak.
Okay. I don't know where this ride is going, but I am on board. I'm on board this crazy train. Let's go. Let me take his body. Let's swap bodies. Let's just do it.
Hurry if we want to avert the bloodbath. You can thank me later for my generosity.
What the hell is going on?
Ah, there it is. Your camp, I believe. If I were to hazard a guess, I would say that you, the other you, is making her way there as we speak. Alas, this you will have to walk from here. Or run, if you can manage it. My lord would be cross if I made it too easy. Such ingratitude. I'd not squander this fighting chance. After all, you've obstacles enough to overcome. Right on cue. Tempered soldiers, with standing orders to kill those not sworn to anima. Under normal circumstances, you would make short work of them. But on this occasion, the odds are not so heavily stacked in your favor.
Oh my god. Okay, let's go. What the hell is this? Okay.
Not bad at all, given your diminished capacity. Nevertheless, 'twould perhaps be prudent to keep to the shadows, scurrying about like a rodent.
Wait, am I gonna take this guy? Oh. Okay. Oh my god. What is this? Oh my god, I'm looking for a key. Oh my god, this is so scary. This is so... Oh god, okay. Oh my god, I'm lost. I'm gonna fail this. Oh, I am so gonna fail this. Huh? Oh my god, where do I go? Turn around, turn around, turn around. Don't turn around. Son of a bitch! Okay. have that much time. Please, no more tricks, just let me get there. What is it, Van Daniel? There's someone fighting. Oh my god, I got two guys. What am I supposed to do? Like, my path is blocked. What am I supposed to do? I'm gonna lose this. I have no health. This is... What the hell am I supposed to do? Oh, come on! Huh? You can't just throw this at me! You can't do that to me! I'm not ready for something like this! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god.
It is a miracle we were able to restrain the Tempered without suffering casualties.
A welcome one. Arun, Senna and the others have their hands full as it is. Thankfully, there are enough scales for everyone.
And what of Eulus? His symptoms were particularly severe.
They were, but others fared still worse, including some brought back from the Magna Glacius. As those in most desperate need take priority, it may be a while before he receives treatment. But rest assured that he will. In the meantime, we must find our missing friend. May the Fury guide you.
Of all the bloody times for a disappearing act.
Right when the first wave struck. We'd be fools to think it a coincidence. But where even to begin the search? No one saw her leave in the chaos, and we've no trail to follow.
While I know full well she can handle herself, I worry all the same.
Speak of the devil.
No. No.
Well, time to call off the search.
Y'shtola, stop them. Please.
Case closed.
That's her, over there.
Aye, 'twould appear so. Thou art struggling to perceive her presence?
I am. Perhaps, in the aftermath of the wave, there is some residual effect interfering with my faculties. But...
Oh my god. No, no,
Where
no.
have you been? We've been worried sick.
Get
No. All's well that ends well.
No. Get
You're
away.
all right.
Get away from them.
Are you all right?
Who are you?
Get away from them.
Sadly, that is all we have time for today. The effect has run its course, and back to your own bodies you must go. But where are my manners? You have all traveled so very far, and I've yet to pay my respects. Though in my defense, I was ill-prepared to receive so many uninvited guests. As such, preliminary entertainments were in order. A handful of tempered soldiers to hamper your progress. Refugees to command your attention while I siphon the ceruleum from the shadows. Particularly effective. Charitable souls that you are, you bent over backwards to aid them. Heedless of the delay, predictable to a fault, and so my plan approaches completion unhindered. Anima will soon have absorbed the requisite amount of ether, and then shall come the spectacle to end all spectacles. The eldest and most powerful of primals will awaken, and all shall bear witness to the final days!
Keep smirking at me, Z.
The gods themselves will be my meal. Your dear companions my dessert. Upon this world I'll feast, and death shall follow in my wake. All your hate, all your rage, you will render unto me.
What the hell is this game?
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, wheel enmeshed with woe. More terrible still, is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence. Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation.
Thank goodness. She's awake.
So tell me, fellas, did that really happen? Was that real? Was that real? Be real with
Perfectly
me.
fine, yes. I hope the same can be said of you.
What the hell just happened?
Everything in working order? That's a relief. Oh, and before I forget, thanks for coming to our rescue.
Given recent events, I would be surprised if you weren't feeling a bit poorly. A hearty meal and a long rest would be my recommendation under normal circumstances, but these are anything but. If Van Daniel's boasts are to be believed, we must act quickly. Once you've blown away the cobwebs, we can discuss preparations for our assault on the Tower of Babel.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that?